Hey y'all, hey, and welcome to Tootie Talk Sense. I'm trying to talk a little bit louder today so y'all can hear me. Let me do my checks, make sure y'all can see and hear me real quick. Y'all know the drill. Yep. There I go. There I go. I'm gonna have to put my green screen back up because my camera is coming out blurry. But that's a story for another time. Y'all see what the title is today. Let me look. Mary J. Blige getting sued. Shannon Sharp previous arrest for assault on women. Dr. Umar incense the chat and the Trump update. So, how's y'all day going? Let's get that out the way first. Y'all know I'm from the Chi. All right, so I'm in the Chicagoland area right now. And Monday it was 71. Tuesday it was 61. Today is 51 and raining. So I woke up stuffy, crust in the eyes, had to take me a little allergy pill. And baby, when I tell you I was yet hanging on, are you yet hanging on? Oh, babe, I was at work. Yeah, I'm here. What you ask? Yeah, I'm here. Babe, I needed a Bible so I can pretend like I do at church and put my head down, act like I'm reading. That's one thing when you wear glasses, baby. You can I'm not saying I did just say I did that at church, so I can't even lie about it right now. But that's a good idea for the people who wear glasses. You just put a book right there and you put your head down. They'll think you're reading the book until they come up right here. Baby, it's even better if you got the ones that tense, the automatic tense, baby. Hmm, good now. But like the video as y'all come in. Now, come on, y'all, let's discuss, right? So Mary J. Blige is getting sued by her friend. So I'm assuming it's her ex-friend, Misa. And she was a stylist and she's her friend, been her friend for years. Now, what had happened was, right, her friend had a management company and Mary J didn't get yes. Mary J has a record label. So her friend had signed the artist Vado. I'm believing that's how you pronounce his name. Signed that artist. He's a rapper. He was on Mary J. Blige single. What's the name of the single? Now I'm drawing a blank. Y'all can drop in the comments and tell me if y'all remember the name of the single, but it's one of her recent ones. And so he was on the single. So Mary J, met him, heard him, liked him, signed him to the record label. So in the lawsuit, y'all, I want to say Mims. Yes, Mims, make it make sense, reads the lawsuit. So in the lawsuit, it is alleged that, she pretty much like seduced and controlled him. They said like a romantic, put him on a boat at night and stuff like that. I said, is she trying to imply that Mary put that cougar on him? She put that cougar thing up on it and it was rolling like Mufasa. It didn't do meow. It said roar because once you hit a certain age, that thing don't meow. It roar. So, so, and Mary is also is alleged to be with her security guard. So, well, bodyguard, security guard, whatever you want to call him. And since she's been dating him, he'd have been promoted to the like lead over the security team. And I was like, Mary, don't you fall for this shit again. That's how your husband got you. And anybody who know me know I'm a Mary fan. So the lady is alleging that she pretty much enticed this guy, ended up, him siding with Mary, but Mary is now holding up his album, is not releasing his album, saying and told him as long as you still dealing with her, we ain't gonna release this album. So she's saying that she's suing Mary for $5 million because she's not allowed to put out music. And I think she's supposed to get 10-15% or whatever of the proceeds from the album and maybe from touring because he's not allowed on her songs. He's not allowed to tour and he's not allowed to release the album. This is what she's saying. She's saying that Mary is out here being a little Suge Knight out here. And and that's why she's suing her, y'all. So it's Mary's friend. They was friends. and she was Mary stylist. So that's it for the Mary thing. Now, oh, let me ask y'all something. Did y'all see that Beyonce brought out her daughter Rami? Is that how you pronounce it? Rami and Sir, the twins. It brought her out. She started her concert, Cowboy Carter concert. So Blue Ivy had already started coming out on tour with her and been on the stage and performing. Do y'all think she brought this girl out because of Kanye West's tweet, or it was already pre-planned to bring the girl out and just is a coincidence that Kanye West tweeted? Because Kanye West tweeted that uh the girl was special needs, and like you see, she never do pictures or whatever. It's because he called her the R word. The rest. So he's saying that she's special needs. Did y'all see the video? And the little girl, I think she's 7 years old. So happy. It was, to me, a beautiful moment because it's like Beyonce was singing and the little girl was so happy, turned around, hug her mom because she was standing in front of Beyonce at first, turns around and hug her. And Beyonce had to stop singing and hug her daughter and blew out there dancing and everything. To me, it was a beautiful family moment. I said, if the girl is special needs, I can kind of see it. But to me, that wouldn't matter. And that ain't, what is that to tweet about, Kanye West? Because you have, I can't say it. Because according to you, you ain't got no special needs. And I can't tell. Now let's move on. Um, let's talk about Tony Budsby. Now, let me see. What else did I say we was gonna talk about? Oh, Donald Trump, of course. Before we get into the Shannon Sharp stuff and Dr. Umar. So Donald Trump, y'all know he got these tariffs, and him and pretty much China is in a tariff war. He keep trying to one up China, and China like, come on, challenge, and they putting tariffs on the U.S. So yeah, I got to drink some tea. So they putting the tariffs on the U.S. Now, Timu, which if I'm not mistaken is a Chinese company, they went and they started doing your checkout. You put all your stuff in your cart, and then once you go to checkout, it'll tell you your total. Then it'll say, whatever they're shipping in, and then it'll have the price for tariffs. Now, Donald Trump get pissed off because Amazon, like, you know what? That's a good idea because we ain't finna lose our customers talking about some we didn't get went up on the price. They need to know why these prices getting high. That ain't what they said. That's what I'm assuming they said because Amazon said that they're gonna start putting, at checkout, put the price that you're paying for tariffs because for some odd reason, the MAGA community assumed that China was gonna, or whoever the country the tariffs was on, is gonna pay it. And then, even though everybody was screaming it before the election, no, 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 you didn't have people in export, import, distribution, everybody telling MAGA, no, you don't. Whoever is receiving the goods is who's paying it. So if the company in America is getting goods from China, the company in America is paying for the tariffs, which ultimately means that the customer, you, the voter, is going to pay for the tariff. Because I don't know no company who's going to be like, you know what, we're just going to eat that cost. So Amazon said they're gonna follow Timu's suit and start putting the cost of tariffs in the checkout. So Donald Trump and was mad and called Jeff Bezos, and if I'm not mistaken, he don't even own the company anymore. So what you call him for? I don't know, but his uh, press secretary ended up saying something about it as far as they're trying to, it's an idiotic thing that they're doing. No, it ain't. They doing what they supposed to do. They saying my name Bennett and ain't in it. Yet the prices ain't high because of us. Now, Do y'all believe that do y'all believe that America will now buy more American product? I said America. Americans will buy more American made products made in America because of these tariffs in China? Or do y'all believe like me that even with the tariff, if the prices that from products that come from China is still cheaper than the prices in America, they still gonna buy the products from China. I don't know what I don't know what this is supposed to accomplish. So we'll see. Oh, like I always say, I live in America. Hopefully, it'll all work out for the benefit of America. But definition of insanity. Let's continue. Now, everybody know about Shannon Sharp, right? And he's wait, what my song? He's been he's been accused of the R word, and that's not why I'm laughing. I'm laughing about the girl, the 19-year-old girl, with constantly talking about these big black babies. So he's been accused of an R word. He started talking to this girl at 19. She alleged that they messed around for two years, and in that 2 years, he R worded her in October of last year and of January of this year. He is saying this is a money grab. This is an OnlyFans person who's just trying to do a shakedown on him. That they was into, the B, what is it, BSD, or they was into the rough, right? And each person that came out with text messages, his is she's talking about some, she can't wait for the baby gravy for him to put that big black baby in her. She always wanted a black baby. So stuff like that. Shannon Sharp is like Tony Bugsby likes to come out the black men, and he's just trying to, do a shakedown and bring down a good black man. And then everybody sees Shannon Sharp history of him dating nothing but them lily white, regular looking girl next door. Now I'm gonna ask y'all comment about this too, because for me, I like upfront bias and discrimination and racism. So I know not to fuck with you. Like Shannon Sharp have tried to deny it on his show that no, I do date black women. I don't know that they know white women. I don't know why people keep saying that. And now that this come out, all you see is white women, white women, white women. Baby, say you like white women. And for me, as a black woman, I like for men to come out and say, I don't date black women. I mean, I ain't in the dating scene no way. But when I was, and if you're in there, I think you should prefer for men to come out and say, I don't date black women. Good. I was thinking about this. Any men that have said that, black men who have said, I don't date black women. I prefer white women over black women. Besides the fact most of them good and ain't the best of the ain't easy on the eye. Besides that fact, okay, that's neither here nor there. How many of them are you like, oh no, we lost such a good one? Like any one of them who have said that have been some egotistic, misogynistic, like into getting caught with shit like this, Shannon. Like, ain't none of them been, and I'm not saying black men who date white women, because there's black men who date white women because that's just who they fell in love with. But there's those ones out there who wants to, because that's your choice and that's your preference and that's who you choose to be with, you want to put us there. And it's a bunch of look, where did we lose? Name me one. Name me one of them black men who came out and said that we have lost, that it been a loss for the team. That not that one. He was so good. Not that one. He treat his women so well. Not that one. He's so respectful. Not that one. He's such a good dad and husband. Herschel Walker. Who? Brian, what's his name? Brian Donald. Who? Like, I don't know. I tried to think of one. I cannot think of one. But y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know if y'all thought of one that you just like, oh man, we really needed that one for us. Now, I forget what I was even talking about. Oh, Shannon Sharp. Okay. So he says then to, the 50 Shades of Grey stuff, and that this is all a shakedown, this is all a lie, it was all consensual, he never did anything wrong. Now, y'all know Dr. Umar went and did an interview. And so the whole interview is about Shannon Sharp. So it's about 45 minutes of Dr. Umar breaking down this whole Shannon Sharp and him, what I want to say he called them Snow Bunny hunters. No, we calling them hunters. Snow Bunny hoppers. That's what Dr. Umar called them. Dr. Umar be the one like redfish, bluefish, because the problem is you ain't thinking right, my brother. It ain't about how did the chicken cross the road. It's about why the chicken crossed the road. You understand? Message. Uh okay. Y'all know Dr. Umar daughter recently came out and said he's a deadbeat. Now, we ain't finna go there. Let's continue. So in Dr. Umar, let me see, interview, he said that Gabby been trying to set Shannon Sharp up. He said that first off, Shannon Sharp should have knew better because Shannon Sharp told Darnell Rollins that you could date somebody half your age plus 3 years. And he didn't even follow his own rule. I already know that what Cat Williams told him, that white woman will take you down in 2 weekends. So it was one weekend and he was sucking down. You already know what Monique told him. If Shannon, your old ass need to find somebody your age. He did not listen. So then oh, I forgot about the previous arrest. So it came out about his previous lawsuit. I covered that the last maybe 2 videos, and where he has a previous lawsuit about he alleged R-worded another white woman. Now, it came out that he has 2 previous arrests for assaulting, hitting two different women. So the first one, he had it was a domestic dispute where him and the lady was living together. I can't tell you whether she was black or white. Don't know. My money, Alex, I'll take 100 Alex for white. What is white, Alex? That's what I would take, but I don't know. Now, now it came out that the police was called out to his residence, and him and the woman was there, and they both said that the other one hit them. But your Shannon big ass is the one who going to jail because I don't know, Xena will have to hit you in order to make it a fair fight. Xena or what was the other, China, somebody like that. The other little, what was Lita? No, too small. I don't care. She a wrestler with muscles. Nah, you gonna need a big girl for people to even think about being like, oh, okay, he feared for his life. But I need Jesus. So they came out and he got arrested for that instance. And in the police report, it says that they both hit each other. But Shannon, of course, is the one who got arrested. The second incident, he got arrested for assault on a woman, and it was a lady who he was dealing with, and she didn't want to leave the house. So he said he picked her up and put her outside his house and shut the door. And about, I want to say 2 days after it happened, she filed the police report on him and he got arrested for that. If I'm not mistaken, both charges was dropped, but I'm just telling y'all that's the history of Shannon. Now, let's go on to what Dr. Umar said. Now, Dr. Umar said about Gabby is that Gabby been trying to set him up because he said that this is what, because the black man to the white women, this ain't me saying this. This is what Dr. Umar said. I want to say what? It's on the YouTube page. Is it the dialogue, I think? I think it's the dialogue is where the YouTube page he did the interview with. But he said that they're the black men is the fantasy, and that's probably where now I'm going to talk for myself. If that's true, that's probably why Shannon Sharp he wanted to do a reverse role of slavery, right? That's probably why he into the 50 Shades of Grey with the white women. Is this your way of paying black back the white men? Do y'all do? Because I know it's like a slave master in the 50 Shades of Grey, but in the dominatrix type of thing, is Shannon is gonna be the master, and Gabby was the slave. But did you do role play where you the slave, man, she the like the woman of the house, and y'all messing around when the mister is gone, and you wanted to take it out on her because of the way you got whooped out in the field? Never mind. Let me continue. So what had happened was Dr. Umar says that Gabby been trying to set Shannon up. That what she did was when she told Shannon, because the text messages came out when Gabby told Shannon that she needed $10,000, and Shannon said uh, he'll give it to her when he see her. I guess he was out of town or whatever, and she was like, "No, take a picture of the money and send it to me." When I covered that in the previous video, I was like, "That don't make no sense. If you need the money now, what the fuck is the taking a picture of money and sending it to you? I can't go to ComEd with some picture of some money." Or whoever you got to pay with picture of money and be like, "Here we go," but wait till he get in town. That didn't make sense in the first. That should have been clue number one for fucking Shannon. Well, not saying the NDA should have been clue number one, because if I'm not mistaken, I don't care if you sign an NDA or not. If he does something illegal to you, which the R word is, the NDA is null and void. You can still talk about what you could still go press charges and everything, which she still haven't done. Charges still have not been filed. And I'm not saying that makes her a liar, or not saying that her story is not believable. It is harder to prove a R word case in criminal court than it is civil court. Civil court rules to prove anything, well, they don't care what it is less lax, is more relaxed, it's easier in civil court than it is in a criminal case. But still, this just happened a couple months ago. I don't know why. I don't know why that she didn't go to the police or whatever. Not saying that that makes the story unbelievable, but not saying that NDA that should have been strike number one. But her talking about some send me the picture of the money, baby. You can't even take that to a dealer, the street pharmacist. You can't take a picture to. So nothing in your mind went off like, why you want me to send you pictures of the money? So according to Dr. Umar, the reason why she did that is so she could get him arrested for solicitation of prostitution, because it's illegal. Prostitution is illegal in most states, but it's illegal in where they was at, which is Clark County, Nevada. So she can take it to them and say, yeah, I'm an OnlyFans model. Everybody knows not everybody know, but she was an OnlyFans model, and she could have used that to say he was sending her money for sexual acts and get him arrested for solicitation. She could have did that. That's what Dr. Umar said. He said also she felt like he could have did. She was trying to get him under the Man Law Act. Now I had to went and look this up, y'all, because the Man Law Act makes it illegal to transport anybody, women or men, across state lines sexual for any type of sexual conduct. I was like, ain't that the same thing as sex trafficking? So Umar said when Shark moved from Las Vegas to LA, and she followed him. And when he moved from Las Vegas to LA, she followed him, and she was trying to get him on the Man Law Act. Now I had to look up what is the Man Law Act. The Man Law Act is also, because Dr. Umar said that's how they got Jack Johnson. That's how they got Jack Johnson, who was a well-known boxer back in 1920s, 1930s, I believe. He was black boxer, winning all these, championships and everything. And Dr. Umar called him the first popular snow bunny hopper. I feel like Hunter is better than Hopper. But it's the Men Law Act is also known as the White Slave Traffic Act. So what the act pretty much was is that you couldn't take woman or in the I guess the black men was out there messing around with the white women. And so what they did was is what they have done in history to make it that the black man is a predator and got this obsession with white women, and they were just taking them and moving them, taking them from one state to the next state um for sex, pretty much. Whether they was a prostitute or not, they was taking them from one state to another for sex. So I'm assuming at that time they couldn't arrest them for having sex with a white woman. It probably was I don't know when love versus the law that made it legal. So I'm assuming they had to find a way to lock up these black men for trying to get for trying to get these white women these big black babies. Uh, so that was a law, and they was like pretty much they said that the white women were slaves to these black men who's taking them from states, across state lines to have sex with them. So that's why it's called the white man slave law. Black baby. So that's why it's called. Oh, what was the nickname of it? White slave law. Yeah, White Slave Traffic Act. It's called the Man Law, MANN, but it's called the White Slave Traffic Act, is what it's known as, y'all. So that's what Dr. Umar said that the girl was trying to set him up for. And I said, besides the NDA and taking a picture of the money, and if you ain't consider yourself in a relationship with this girl, but you move from one state to the other, and then she just follow you all willy nilly, and you ain't ask her nothing like that, right? I got the kind of behavior. It ain't like she moved in with you. She moved and just moved to a whole nother apartment, whether he was paying for it or not. I think that would change the circumstances, but weird. So, like I said, Dr. Umar also talked about the big black babies and how she wanted the big black baby and how she already fetishizing, uh, a baby. So it ain't that, oh, I want a baby. So first of all, what 19-year-old want a baby by 54-year-old? It's besides to collect a check. That's what Dr. Umar said. I ain't saying Dr. Umar said it. So then he said, he fetishized the baby back on the big black baby. Not just I want a healthy baby, I want a pretty baby. Oh, I like mixed kids, came for the hair. Nope. She said she want a big black baby. So and then he said, so in the first messages I talking about her wanting the big black baby. Then he also referred to that last message where where he used this as another example of her trying to set him up from the beginning, because it's go from big black baby to that last message that says that, oh, I told you no, and no means no, Shannon. I told you to wear a condom, and I didn't want it in my back door, and you still did it. And you need to know no means no. So Dr. Umar said, wait, I thought you wanted a big black baby. So how are you now in this instance saying, oh, I told you to wear protection, but you want a big black baby? So he said that, she was just so upset about that, oh, Michelle video that, oh, Michelle, that then, and he think that Shannon got scared. I call him Bubble Shrimp, Forrest Gump. Y'all know he look like that man, because somebody else said he looked like Miss Netta, but I didn't say that. But he said that's when Shannon was like tried to take her like, whoa, with all this baby talk, this big back baby and baby gravy. That he believes Shannon started to try to like take a step away from her. And then Shannon seen the cray cray when the girl, when it got obsessed and went all crazy about the old Michelle video. Oh, Michelle. Because according to her, that was the first time he R-worded her because she was upset about the oh Michelle video and confronted him about it. And he, I guess he one of those crazy ones that don't talk about what I do. We're gonna talk about what you did. And that was that. So then he go into why she didn't report it because, like I said, this just happened a couple of months ago, and the last one happened in January of this year. The first one happened in October of 2024, and because the statute of limitations is not over, so he wondered why she didn't report it. Then he go into white America can't say anything about Shannon because Elvis' wife said he slept with her when she was 14. If you ain't saying nothing about Shannon, don't say nothing about Shannon if you ain't saying nothing about the Catholic priest who Hefner from Playboy had 19-year-olds in the mansion sleeping with all them. When they do it, it's okay, but when we do it, it's a problem. That's what Dr. Umar said. I didn't say that. I said lock all their asses up. If they I ain't the one, baby. If this is true and he did it, lock him up. Elvis ass should have been up under the jail. The priest should be up under the jail. Then dig Father, see can you get to the center of the earth where it's hot because they need to know how hell gonna feel like. So make it experience it a little bit here while they on earth. Put them at the core. You know what I'm saying? Don't give them no AC or none shit. Like the priest, you should hold yourself at a higher standard. Lock their asses up. Hugh Hefner, I don't know anything that have came out yet that said it wasn't. I said yet that everything was consensual and the girls was 19, so it's legal. Whether I think it's disgusting or not, that's a different story. But yeah, so that's what Dr. Umar has said, y'all. What y'all think? Did you agree with anything that Dr. Umar said? I know not I'm not asking if you agree with Dr. Umar as a person. I know a lot of people out there say he's a scammer. He done took that doggone donations, then took them millions of dollars, and ain't never built no school yet. That's what people say about it. I don't. Mm, that's what y'all be saying. But yeah, I think that is it for today. Yeah. Well, I'm not mistaken. That's it for today because I need to go ahead and get my babies. We still got another practice to go to. What y'all finna do for the rest of the night? I still got a little bit more time to be up on here. If y'all want me to talk about something specific, you can drop down up in the comments. I'll see if I know about it and I'll go ahead and jump on that subject. If not, then I'm finna get up out of here and I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. So we could come on, y'all. Let's discuss on tomorrow's subjects. And y'all, I'm so upset about Mary. Y'all know Mary. Y'all know if anybody know me, y'all know I love Mary. So I hope Mary ain't out here sugar igniting these little people, putting their on these little young ones and making them sign contracts and stuff. I hope that ain't not my Mary. Not that damn. I need Jesus. Let me get on up out here. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Bye.